Alright, well, we just stopped by the place where we're staying, dropped off all of our stuff, got our bows out, made sure everything was shooting good. We both shot an arrow apiece, and that's all we needed. So
one and done.
One and done, yep. So now we just had a sandwich and fueling up with the good stuff here. This is what champions are made out of, fudge rounds. Don't let anybody else say different. It was about 60 degrees earlier. I'm guessing it's still around that right now. It's a little drizzly. It's definitely not enough to keep us from hunting this evening, but should be there soon. Go get the stand set up and gonna sit this first evening. Tomorrow's expected to be pretty rainy, so in some ways that could be a good thing. We'll get everything set up tonight. Might have to give it a little bit of a rest day tomorrow just to let it all settle down, and it'll give me an opportunity to sleep because I am exhausted. That's all I can do to keep my eyes open right now. I'm surprised I was able to put an arrow in the target. I just picked one of the three that I was seeing, but
I slept last week.
Now this is a thing of beauty. Oh man, this looks awesome. Well, our conditions are less than desirable right now. We're in a bit of a hurry. We got rain coming in. It's not too terrible, but we're trying to get all of our gear in one trip. Got to get all of our stands in right now and then try to sit this evening, but get the first stand set up. Rain is barely cooperating, but we're getting it done. Okay, it's our first evening sit. We've had a lot of rain off and on all afternoon. We've had tons of just issues with our equipment, trying to get set up in here. It's actually really calm. There's very little wind right now, which is good. But the rain, it keeps picking up, and every time it picks up, it's like it gets worse and worse. But we're finally set in the stand, and we probably only have about an hour of daylight right now, if that. Well, it may have worked out just perfect. We got our stand set up yesterday, and it rained and rained and rained on us that first evening. So it rained all night, and it rained almost all day today. And the wind has just been howling, and they say the wind's supposed to be blowing all through at least half the night. But then it's going to calm down, and the temperature's just going to drop. And so we're just hoping that it's going to get things moving. Our scent's been washed out pretty good, I think, and so we're just trying to practice in this wind, and we think, you know what, if we can hit something in this crazy wind at 25 yards, surely we can hit something on a calm day. Nice shot. Look at the form on that guy.
Hey, you hit the target, huh?
That's all that matters. It's November 1st, and it's our first morning sit, but I've been told this is the first cold front they've had this year, which is really good for us. Hopefully we'll get to see some action here, but I've got a light wind coming from behind me in the west, and it's really not a perfect wind, but not the worst wind that we could have for this spot. All right, okay, so it is about 12 o'clock, and I just got down out of the tree. We're gonna actually move my tree stand. There is a bedding area to the south side, and I've got this winding creek bottom that goes down below it. So far, the deer that I've seen have have been coming from the northwest, moving southeast, crossing, and either cross the creek and go up close, either into the bedding area, or they follow the creek down to where my dad is. So I'm not worried about them going down the creek, because my dad will cut them off there and shoot one of them there. But I've seen a doe and now another buck that's come down the edge of that bedding area. And I've seen a buck this morning cross from the northeast feeding area, cross the creek and head up into that bedding area, kind of making a V, makes a big intersection. So I'm going to move my stand closer to that intersection where those two paths cross, and hopefully we'll get it done pretty quick. Dad's gonna come meet me over here. We'll get set back up and be ready for this afternoon. So, they're calling for rain tomorrow, but that's not gonna stop us from hunting. So, we're working on us a tent line right here directly behind me. We've got the fence line running forward and back this way. And then straight through here, we've got a shooting lane. This is where they're coming out of, and they're heading across through here to go into these fields to feed, and they'll be coming in. Hopefully they'll be coming in the morning, coming through there. All right, it's the morning of November 5th. As the weatherman predicted, there was some rain that came in, so we got our tent line set up on the northwest side of the property. And Dad had an encounter last night with an older buck, but had a funky one side and didn't match the other. He just let him walk through, but the sheer fact that we had a deer come through our first night after setting this blind up is pretty good, and we're pretty confident this is a good area for them to come over from another property where there's a lot of feeding and stuff like that. And so we're holding out from the weather here in the tent line, staying dry, and I don't think it's raining enough to keep them from moving, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we're gonna see some movement here in a little bit. Oh my word. I just smoked that bug less than 10 yards away. Oh my word. It is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh my goodness. He's down right there. That was awesome. All right, well, after several days of sitting in the stands and trying to figure out the travel patterns and everything, we finally figured out that they were moving up into the northwest corner, moving out each evening to the only uncut cornfield in the area. which is a neighboring property, but we still stayed on the section of land that we had permission to be on, and were able to cut him off. We had 2 different lanes that we cleared out, and this buck just read the script. He came in right down the lane that we had cleared, and then he stepped out at 10 yards, and we put the shot on him, and he didn't go far. So we're pretty excited and pretty pleased with him. Obviously not a giant, but I still think he's an older deer. He may have been on his way out, I'm not sure, but broke off both of his brow tines. He got some real nice long G2s there, but short little main beams. But anyway, we're pleased with him and excited to get him home and load it up.